What do you do if your parrot is screaming nonstop? I mean, your parrot's favorite person walks out the door to go to work, so they have to, and the screaming starts and goes crazy. And what do you do if your parrot is a rescue and freaks out when you put a sweatshirt on? Those are the questions that we're going to look at and answer for someone today. So if you are here to get inspired and try to create a more blissful bond with your parrot, then you're in the right place. I'm Kaylin, the author of The Parrot Bliss Bond and the new book, It's African Gray and Cape Parrots, both available on Amazon. Make sure to get your copy today. If you know that my squawker is Kailani, my Catalina macaw, then you're used to hanging out. Thank you for being here. I love my fans almost as much as I love my parrots. Screaming. So first, we'll very quickly say that screaming kind of happens for one of a few basic reasons, which can split into many other reasons. But screaming is communication, and at that point, it's not necessarily screaming. It is problem, danger, there's something bad going on, and I have to defend myself kind of thing. Or it can be there's something wrong and either I don't feel good or I'm emotionally unstable. So in the case where someone is leaving the house and your sun conure is screaming nonstop, that would be the emotionally unstable. What do you do about it? There's a couple of things you can do to try to ameliorate the situation, but can you deal with the cause? So first of all, what you could do is I would try to play some birdie music. There are channels that have bird sounds, so I would find a channel with either some jungle sounds or some conure sounds. That's just going to make your parrot feel like they're not all alone, and it's going to give them a little more of a sense of safety. Now, will this alone be like a magic wand and take care of things? No, no, but it may soothe your parrot a little bit. So this parrot is obviously maybe something happened in the previous home, like there's something off, and obviously having some issues. One of the other things that I would strongly consider, and this is what I do before I have problems like this, is I get a second parrot. When you have two, one of the things that happens is they keep each other company and they create a mini flock, and that just does a lot of wonders for a parrot. It gives them someone that they belong with. It gives them someone who can preen them, keep them warm. It just does so much for them. It's kind of like you living alone versus having a family. We all like to have a family, and maybe we don't necessarily want to live with our family, but we really do like to be able to see them and that kind of thing, unless there's other issues going on. So believe it or not, the number one thing I would do is I would actually look at getting another sun conure. I would really go out of my way to try to get a sun conure that is emotionally very happy, very well balanced. If it's a baby sun conure, which is fine, then one of the things that you have to do is you have to try to keep them separated or always supervise when they're together. Adult parrots with young parrots are usually not a good combination. It's kind of like the lion thing where they see it as competition and they can often hurt or kill the baby. So you always want to make sure that you supervise so that you see that they're creating a different kind of relationship that is more loving, that is more beneficial for both of them, and that and in which the baby's going to be okay. Then, believe it or not, the baby, if the baby's happy and doing great and bonding with you, then it is highly likely that the first sun conure is going to relax, is going to feel more safe and secure and come around. One of the things is they say time heals all wounds, and while I don't think that's 100% true, I do think that there is a lot of truth to that. Spending time with the conure, not wearing a hoodie, and letting the conure, believe it or not, be out, be free, showing the conure that it's going to receive food, it's going to receive water, it's going to receive whatever it needs, the fresh veggies, it's going to receive attention and love no matter what, is going to change things. Now, if it is severely biting, which I understand to be true, if it is severely attacking, like if you have the hoodie on, I don't know if it's like severely attacking all day or only when there's a sweatshirt and you could put the sweatshirt on outside and not worry about it. Like if I felt unsafe and unsecure myself, you know, I would consider like maybe putting them on a tether, although it's kind of not the message that I would want to get across. It makes it so that the bird can be out. In other words, I would try really hard to let the bird be out on a perch and in a play area. And I would try really hard to make sure, like if I'm getting bitten, I'm not going to want to spend time with the bird. If I'm getting bitten, bleeding, obviously, you know, that's a situation in which unfortunately the conure is just going to get rehomed again. So I would try different things to avoid that. If I was really desperate and I really needed to, I might put them in a carrier when I'm spending time with them and have them in the carrier, and like always, like if I go to another room, take the carrier with me. That way the sun conure is with me, they're seeing me, and I feel like I need to instill a sense that they're not going to be abandoned, because there is some abandonment going on when the other person leaves the house. So I would try to work on those. But like I said, for me, the number one most effective thing would be to get another sun conure. Now, I hope that helps and gives you some ideas, because like I said, you know, a situation in which the conure is freaking out kind of thing and you're getting bitten and you're bleeding, that's just not going to be any good. It's possible that with the first person, the conure is doing great,